Hello, everyone. How is everyone doing this beautiful evening? Hello, how are you doing? As you come in, say hello so I can know that you can hear and see me clearly. As you come in, say hello, and how is everyone doing this beautiful evening? As you coming in, I'm gonna share this out as well. So as you come in, say hello, and if you have any business bosses or anyone that you know that may can be benefit from this information, please share this information out, okay? So if you have a business bud or someone you feel that may can benefit from this live this evening, make sure you share this out. And as you come in, say hello. As you come in, say hello. We're gonna go ahead and get this started. As you come in, say hello. Okay. So I see that everything is working properly. So thank you for showing up for yourself this evening. Again, hello everyone. I am Dr. Shalandia and I am a business strategist. And what I do is I help ambitious entrepreneurs show up as their most authentic self, whatever that may be in their business, in their life, or just basically just showing up, knowing how to go through process with their business. So I actually created this CEO Chronicles the last past 7 weeks. This is week 7 to give you some content, some things to help you get over the hump with some things that I realized that as I've been dealing and coaching ambitious entrepreneurs in the past, that these are some of the things that they had some problems with. So I decided to utilize that process and bring those things before you all each week, every Tuesday at 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, so we can go over all these things. So as you come in, this is week 7 of CEO Chronicles. I'm Dr. Shalana, your business strategist. And as you come in, just go ahead and share this out with those individuals that you feel that may need to know these things. This topic this week is called Confidence is Contagious. Yes, confidence is contagious is this week's topic. Because as I've been going throughout this process with a lot of individuals, a lot of business owners, confidence is something that most do not have. And also, by you not having confidence, what you're not going to do. If you don't have confidence in yourself nor your business, you probably won't show up. And that's the main factor. I want you all to be able to show up as your most authentic self so you can be prosperous and be successful in your business. So as you come in, say hello. As you come in, say hello. Okay, as you come in, say hello. As you come in, just say hello. As I said before, this week's topic is confidence is contagious. Yes, confidence is contagious because we know that when we believe in ourselves, other people believe in us as well. So we're going to go ahead and get started this week on this chronicle. Confidence is contagious. And again, you guys, if you know someone that needs this information, please go ahead and share this out. I'm about to go ahead and get started here. Okay. So I'm making sure I can see all my comments. So as you come in, if you say anything, I can see what you all are saying to me and I can share. Okay. So again, I'm Dr. Shalani, and this is week 7 of CEO Chronicles. And what I'm about to do is I'm gonna go ahead and get started with this week's topic, which is confidence is contagious. Why? Because there's a science behind how your online look impacts your brand. Okay. Again, there is a science behind how your online look impacts your brand, because a lot of people don't realize how your online presence impacts your brand. It really impacts your brand. And so we're going to go with some things this evening. As you come in, say hello so I can know that you're here and see me clearly to make sure that everything is on point here. Okay. Again, hello there, ambitious entrepreneurs. Today, I want to talk to you all about something that might seem a little unconventional, okay? But it is definitely incredibly crucial for your online success. Okay, now unless you're dealing with a image specialist or something like that, or image consultant, most of the times you won't hear this topic being discussed. And the reason why I'm discussing is because for years and years, I actually started my consulting business as an image strategist, as an image consultant. So that's how I'm able to know this information, and I'm able to bring this information before you as an entrepreneur myself, because I taught myself, where I took some courses and got certified in this subject area, and then I began to share this with my clients because I noticed that there were a lot of intimidation out there when it came down to showing up. And more than likely, your confidence just wasn't where it needed to be. So today, what we're going to do is we're going to go over some different techniques that I utilize with my clients to show them how to show up authentically in their own brand and in their own businesses. That way, they'll be able to be confident and be able to share their business ideas, be able to share their product or their services with others without being intimidated. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. So yes, you heard me right when I said that this is a very crucial topic because a lot of people don't like to discuss it, but we're going to go over this evening. Whether you're a seasoned business owner or you just starting out, it doesn't matter, okay? How you present yourself online can make a world of difference, okay? So let me put my focus on here to make sure I can see what you all are saying. If you're saying anything, I can make sure I can see everything. Okay. So as you all stick around, we're going to share at least about 3 different reasons why your appearance matters and offer a practical solution for each one. Okay. So yes, I have 3 for you all this evening. Three top reasons why your appearance matters and offer a practical solution for each one of them. Because it's one thing for me to say what you shouldn't be doing or what I feel would be a better way to do it without giving you the solution. Okay. So that's something that I don't do. If I give you a reason for something, I want to give you a solution for that thing to make it better as well. So the first reason why there is a science behind how your online look impacts your brand is because first impressions matter. Yes. First impressions matter and they also count. Now, you know what they say, you only have one chance to make a first impression, right? Most people say that. And that's true because you show up one way, and most of the time, the few seconds that even online, like with this Facebook Live, here, this even on YouTube, whatever way you may be viewing this content, you only have a few seconds to decide if this is something that you want to continue to watch or not, right? Again, because first impressions matter. So when you show up online, whether it's on social media, whether it's a video call, or either whether it's even a website, your appearance speaks volumes about your professionalism and also your dedication. Again, like I said before, I've been showing up maybe 7 weeks now to give you these CEO chronicles because this is something that I felt like a lot of business owners needed to know or felt like they may needed to get a crash course on or just get brushed up on some of these little chronicles that you may have heard about in the past, but you know what, you may have forgotten about. So I decided to come and bring them and put them before you now so you'll be able to understand the importance of you showing up. Because if you don't show up for yourself, you definitely not going to show up for anyone else, right? So people form an opinion about you within seconds. Isn't it amazing? People form an opinion about you in seconds based on how you present yourself. And that's interesting. You only have a few seconds, okay, for to capture their attention or to be able to have a lasting first impression on them, right? Dress for your well-being. Don't wait until you have to go somewhere special, right? To dress. Come on, because most of the times I know, like with this situation that we just had the last 2 years back in 21, that kept everybody inbound or in home. It kind of like it changed a lot of things with most of us. I know with myself it did because I changed how I showed up online because I was at home all the time. And with me being at home all the time, my whole process had changed, my thinking changed. And I know I'm not the only one that infected. I know it affected you all like that as well, right? So as I began to show up, I noticed there was a difference. And I noticed that I wasn't showing up like I was showing up previously. So I had to do some soul searching to find out why wasn't I showing up like I was previously. So people see you before you actually people see you before you actually realize they're actually seeing you. You need to know that people see you before you actually realize that they're seeing you. So don't allow yourself to be limited to occasions. Because most of the times, well, we don't show up or dress up or get prepared to have lasting impressions unless we're actually going somewhere or unless we're actually doing something, right? Or we have a special occasion. Most of the time, if we're at home, we're not trying to get put together. We're not trying to do no hair, no makeup, put no clothes on. We're not going anywhere, right? But that's something that we need to start thinking about because how you feel about yourself, especially if you're coming online or anything like that, how you show up plays a very, very important part of how people feel about you. And also, they actually have a few seconds to actually pick their last impression. So there's nothing in the dictionary that says you can be too dressy, okay? But just showing up as your most authentic self, whatever that might be, because you may not be the glitz and glam individual, and that's okay. And so, like I tell my clients, I don't expect you to show up like me because that's who I may be. You need to just show up as your most authentic self. And that's what you're going to attract, what you show up as. So remember that. What you show up as is basically what you're going to attract. So you have to be careful what you show up as. So don't show up as your problem. Okay. Stop blaming issues on why you look the way you look. We should always represent our brand. So whatever your brand is, that's what you should show up as. Okay. Hey, Miss Ann, how are you doing? Thank you for showing up this evening. This evening, thank you so much. Today's topic, we're talking about confidence. Okay, we're talking about your confidence. And so, the first solution for the first thing I just mentioned was be, but fear not. Here's how we can nail that first impression. Showing up as your most effective self. How we said first impressions count. Okay, as you know, because you know about showing up, right? So, the first thing we're going to talk about is the first solution is how you show up. First impressions matter. And there are several things that you come in and say hello, okay? And share this out on your page if you know someone that may be able to benefit from this information. They may have a business, may have a business bug. They need to know these things like being confident in who you are and how you show up plays a very important part of how people see you with your brand. These things are very important. So the first thing is leaving a lasting first impression. And the first thing we're going to give up under that topic is dress the part. Yes, dress the part. A lot of times we may not feel good about ourselves that day. And dressing the part does not mean every day you show up with a full face of makeup or you get your hair done all day, every day. You got a three-piece suit on. No. Okay. You just show up as your most authentic self. Whatever that thing is or whatever that look is that you have based on who you are, you're going to show up as your most authentic self. You're going to dress the part. You're going to choose the outfit that align with your brand style, okay, in your industry. Just for example, if you are a personal trainer, right? If you are a personal trainer, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to show up with your online presence in a three-piece suit, right? No, you're not going to show up in a three-piece suit because that's against everything that you have to do. You may have to exercise, you may have to do meal prep, whatever you may have to do. It's not based on what you have on, based on you looking like someone else. Because why? That's going against your brand. So remember that choosing an outfit that aligns with your brand style in your industry plays a very, very important part as well. Whether it's casual or formal, just make sure it's clean, right? And it's well fitted and it reflects your personality. All that plays an important part. Let me give you another example. For example, like when we're showing up as our most authentic selves, a lot of times when you don't really know who you basically start portraying to look like someone else. Or you may try to dress like someone else, or you may try to talk like someone else, or you may even try to look like someone else, right? Because you really don't know who you are. You're still trying to find your way or figure your way throughout this process. But when you find to figure out who your authentic self is, you can show up as that individual, right? You show up as whoever you may be, whatever brand, whatever style that depicts who you are and who you want to attract. Remember, if you don't set the stage on who you are and who you want to attract, 9 times out of 10, people are going to brand you for you. They're going to brand you for yourself. Why? Because they don't know who you are. They're going to put a title on you. They're going to put a brand style on you based on how you're showing up. For instance, if you are a professional and you're showing up every time you show up, you got a bun on you, right? You know, a lot of people into the bun, they even make them real stylish now. If that's who you are, if that's the type of audience you want to attract, guess what? That's how you show up. But as a professional, if that's not the type of audience you're trying to attract, we have to be mindful of how we show up. Because remember, how you show up is the energy and the person and individuals that you, most of the time, you're going to pretty much attract. Okay, do we have that one? Okay, do you have any questions? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Thank you all for showing up this evening. Thank you all for showing up. And just show up, say hello, so I know that you are here. Okay, and if you are live, just say hashtag live, so you know you're in the live session. And then you just so happen to be watching the replay, just hit hashtag replay. Okay? Again, that was the first part of showing up as the first impression. Dress the part. Okay? The second part to that is grooming. Pay attention to personal grooming. Your hairstyles, to your facial hairs, or even a little makeup if you prefer. Everybody don't wear makeup, okay? And that's okay. If you don't wear makeup, don't start wearing makeup because you see somebody else wearing makeup. Remember, as you're showing up, you're showing up as your most authentic self. Now, you may decide later on, well, I'm going to put on some makeup later on or whatever. just to feel good or whatever that situation will be. I wear makeup because I like to extend who I am. Okay. Not because I need it, because God has blessed me with some beautiful skin. I thank him for that. But I wear it because it helps. I want to extend my presence of who I currently am. And you may want to do the same thing, or you may be like, you know what, I'm good. I'm good, Doc. I don't need it. And if you don't, that's okay. You don't have to wear it. But whatever you need to show up as your most authentic self, that's what you do to make you be that brand style or to whoever you're trying to attract. Okay. It's about looking polished and put together, especially as a professional. As a professional, how you show up is very important. If you're not worried about professionalism, it's just your personal brand, like I'm not worried about any of that, that's okay. But remember, even on your personal style, you are giving the control to those individuals that you are showing up before because you're not putting that brand in place, even on a professional or a personal level. It works both ways. Okay. The third thing is your background when you're showing up. Keep your surroundings clutter free and professional. If you are a professional, remember, people are going to brand you by what they see and what they feel. And you only have a few seconds. Okay. We said that the first one, the first impression factor. You only have a few seconds to show up as that person you want to be and as that person you want people to see you as. Okay, because our attention span is our attention span is so low. It's so quick. Okay, so if you showing up one way, you can be like, oh, that was not the image I was trying to portray. But guess what? That's what you showed up as, and that's what people saw you as. Okay, so they pretty much base your brand based on what you showed up at that time. So we have to be careful if you are, especially if you're a professional and you're trying to brand yourself a certain way, you have to make sure that you are showing up to be able to attract the audience that you want to attract. Okay. Marketing is one thing, that's another factor. But also how you show up plays a very, very important factor as well. As you come in and say hello, so I know that you're seeing hear me clearly today. I know that you are here. I can give you a shout out. Okay. So that was the first one. The first one was showing up as your first impression. Your first impression counts. Okay. Remember that. First impression counts. And we talked about with your first impression count, we talked about dressing the part, your grooming, and your background. Okay. The second reason why first impression is important because it helps build trust and authenticity. Hey, Amina, how are you doing this evening? Thank you for showing up for yourself this evening. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Okay. So we're on the second reason why your confidence plays a very, very important factor in how you show up. The second reason is building trust and authenticity. Okay. If you come on, if you don't mind, please share this out to someone that you feel that may love to know this information. Hello, Pastor Murray. How are you doing today? Thank you so much for showing up. Yes, yes. Thank you for sharing earlier as well. I definitely appreciate that. Yeah, so if you know someone else that may need to know this information as far as how to build their confidence and showing up online, share this out. You may have a business buddy or even tag them. You can even tag them right here in the comments so they can make sure they know to come on and show up live, okay? So again, the second reason for showing up confidently is it helps build the trust and authenticity factor. Yes, it helps build trust because when people see you, they see you showing up, they see you very persistent, guess what? They're going to start tuning in and then they're going to start believing in what you're saying because not only are you saying it, but you're showing up. You are representing who you say you are. Okay. Like I said before, that first impression factor plays a big role in how people stick around to see and hear you. Okay. Because they only have a few seconds to decide. Our attention span is like, it's like really, really low. It's like minimum, right? If you're not saying what they want to hear within the first few seconds, they gone. Attention span is over with, right? So showing up the way you want to attract people plays a very, very, very important role. Building trust in the online world can be challenging. Okay, this can be a definitely challenging factor, but you got to at least try. You got to at least show up. But your appearance plays a significant role in establishing authenticity. Okay, so if you're showing up with a bonnet on and you're a professional, more than likely the professional people are not going to stick around because they're coming to hear something in particular based on something to improve them or to improve their business, unless you're a friend or family member, they may stick around and see what you got to say. But other than that, if you're trying to show up authentically, remember they only have a few seconds for a first impression. So building trust and authenticity plays a very, very, very important role. People are more likely to connect with you and your brand when they see a real person behind the screen. With AI these days, we have so many AI, different apps, AI software. Oh my God, AI is out there taking over, right? But remember, that's good to have. They also have things in place where you don't even have to show your face now, right? With AI, right? You can just put some things together, your content on an avatar, and it will say what it want to say. It even have where you can fix them, they look just like you, right? But it's a difference when it comes down to authenticity and building trust. Why? Because people want to see you as an individual. They want to build a no like and trust factor with you, so they may be able to choose if they want to do business with you or not. Right? So that's very, very important. I know they have a lot of different ways now, but remember, you showing up depicts and over and supersedes anything with AI. You showing up for yourself, your business, and your brand supersedes anything that is not human and that is not real out here in this online space. Okay? I want you to remember that. And the solution, what is the solution for building trust and authenticity? One solution is when you show up with a smile on your face. You want to appear to be approachable and friendly. Okay. That's an instant connection. That's an instant connection when you show up with a smile on your face. Okay. Also, another solution is eye contact. Like I'm looking at you all now. Eye contact is very, very important. Why? Doing video calls or recorded videos, maintaining that eye contact with your camera plays a very, very important factor when it comes down to trust. Okay. It creates a sense of direct engagement, making your audience feel seen. Okay. Okay. That eye contact, that smile. Because if you are a professional or if you're trying to release a certain type of image or persona out here in the online space, you don't want to appear to be mean. You don't want to have like grouchy eyes, like your face all drawn up and your lips all curled under like you're mean. Okay, that's not going to make that's not going to make you approachable. And that's definitely not going to make people want to know, like, trust with this with you. They can feel like, oh, she's a meanie, like she's not approachable. Okay. And you definitely do not want to seem like you're not approachable. Okay. All right. And the third thing when it comes down to that building trust and authenticity factor is your body language. Yes. Ooh, this body language gets us in trouble. I mean, we can just do one little look, cross our arms, turn our head. That body language plays a very, very, very important factor when it comes down to knowing like the trust factor. Okay. Be mindful of your postures and your gestures. And a lot of times we do it so often because we're just so familiar doing certain things a certain way, we forget. Like we literally forget like these body movements. Like I'm a hand girl. You probably can tell. I move my hands a lot, right? That's a language, that's the way I talk a lot of times with my hands. Okay. So I have to be mindful when I'm doing that. I use my hands, right? A lot of other people might use their hands as well. That's like a body language. Those are gestures, right? So we have to be careful when we're using those external things of when it comes down to body language, because we can turn people off, right? Yeah, see, exactly. See, that's right, Pastor Felicia. We're trying to get better because we like to use our hands. Like that's a language factor in itself. So I be trying to like, okay, now calm down. Look, let me bring these hands in. Or one thing I do as well, Pastor Felicia, is that you see how I have my camera set. I'm using my hands. You may not be able to see all of them all the time, but I'm using my hands down low where you're not seeing them as much. And sometimes I do have them to come up some. You see, sometimes they'll come up some, but because I know that's something that I utilize, because that actually edges me on with my hand language, right? That's from a body language and gestures. So what I do is I have my camera positioned a certain way, whereas you cannot see my hand gestures all the time. Okay. And there's sometimes I just be in it and I just be like, bam, they out, right? But most of the time what I do is how I have my camera position. All that plays a part in you setting everything up in place before you get started. And you see yourself, especially if you're going live. Most of the time if you're going live, see how your image, how your background look or what have you. And you can see how your camera's positioned. And with that, you can see exactly where your hands are. And we got to be careful. Like you can't be popping our lips. You know how we do? There are certain gestures that we just do that we're used to doing that may not be as professional. So we have to think about all those things. You know how we do? When we're used to doing certain things a certain way, we'll forget. We'll forget because that's just how we present, how we move, and how we talk. Our body language says a lot about who we are and what we do and where we come from as well. So we have to be careful. Yep, them lips will get us in trouble. That's right, Amina. Them lips will get us in trouble, set us up, right? Because that's how we used to talking. But we have to remember, as a professional, we have to tone those things down because that might be a distraction for someone that may be watching you, and they may decide to turn away because those things may be distracting them and they're not able to hear what you're saying clearly because that factor may be a distraction. So that's body language. So we have to be careful. That form of communication is very, very important when it comes down to being a professional. You're going live, you're on camera. All these things play a very, very important role in how we communicate and how we show up effectively online. Do you all have any questions thus far? Is this some good information for you all? So we just got through discussing. The first one was what? What was that first one, y'all? I know I'm a teacher. I had to do a recap. Was your first impression count, right? And when it comes down to first impression count, we have to make sure we dress the part. We have to make sure our grooming is intact and our background is what we need it to be. Because remember, if you going live and if you got a lot of things, a lot of distractions in your background, that's just another form of communication as well. Because people looking at what's going on behind you instead of looking at you or listening to you, right? If you got too much going on behind you. So we have to be careful how we set our camera up. All that plays a very, very, very important role in what we're doing and how we're showing up. Because remember, you want the attention to be on your content, not on what's going on in your house. Okay. Not what's going on in your office. Because we'll forget, we just go click live, boom, boom, live. Hey, everybody. And we forget we got all this stuff going on behind us. And guess what? You know how we do? We all up in there. We all in the camera trying to see exactly what you got going on in your house instead of paying attention to what you're saying. So try not to give them any room to be distracted when you're going live. So these tips and these strategies I'm utilizing to show you how to create a first and lasting impression and to build a confidence up. So when the more confidence you build up, the more people show up for you, that's even better. That's more business you can have. And even as a minister, I know Pastor Felicia, you're a minister. So I know I see you go live every Sunday, Sister Girl. You go live every Sunday, right? So you have everything set up beautifully. Everything is set up nice. Your cameras are set up nice. Everything is in place. But those times, remember, so, we have the church set up like we want it, right? But when we at home, we have to remember those things at home as well, because all that plays a part. Because remember, you're setting a brand for yourself, right? All that plays a very important part because you got a certain image when you're showing up at church, right? But then you got a certain image when you're showing up at home. All those things should balance itself out. Okay, I'm hoping to move. Let me see what it say. Let me put it down here. I'm hoping to be more prompt and professional. Oh, you got it. You got it, sis. You got it. You got it. That's why we're here today, because I want to make sure that you all are in control of your brand image. No one else is in control of your brand image because it's so easy to give other people that control, but we don't set boundaries. Okay? When you set those boundaries, you're in control of your brand image. No one else has control of that. I remember, for example, I'm going to give you an example of this says, she's saying, Sister Guy right here, wait a minute. Miss Ann saying, I need to start going live again. It's been like, ooh, yes, Ann, you are too gifted and talented to be 2 years to go live. Yeah, and you a graphic designer, y'all. Y'all need a graphic designer there. You need to reach out to Anne Marie Osorio. She did all my graphic designs for me. She's the one that generally did all that. Kingdom Talk, she did all that graphic design for me. She is the GOAT. We come about the GOAT. She's the GOAT when it comes down to graphic design. That is so talented. So yes, and you definitely gonna have to start going live more because people need to know what you offer. People need to know what you do. You do post here and there. Yeah, you do post here and there, right? But just showing up as your most authentic self. People know they know and like and trust and do business with you when you show up, right? And remember, you got control of your brand image when you show up. When you set those boundaries, right? You got control. I'm gonna give you an example of my son. My son is a personal trainer, but he is also a DJ. And so his nickname is TJ. So I gave him the brand name DJ TJ, right? And so with that being said, I just started calling him DJ TJ, DJ TJ. I pretty much branded him because like even now he would say, "Mama, that's not my stage name." I said, "Oh, well, I didn't know because I had never seen it on anything." So I pretty much gave him that image. I gave him that name based on his current name, right? And he's a DJ. It was like a flow to me, DJ TJ. It was like a flow, right? So we have to be careful that if you don't set boundaries for your brand, if you don't set whatever needs to be set for you to be showing up as your most authentic self, if you don't set those boundaries, other people will set them for you. Okay, I'm gonna say that again. If you don't set those boundaries for yourself for your business, other people will set those boundaries for you. So we have to be careful and to make sure that we are setting the stage for what we want to look like. And we're not allowing other people to set the stage for us. Because it's so easy to give them that control when we have no boundaries in place. Okay. So we want to set those boundaries. So if you have a business, if you have a ministry, whatever your thing may be, remember, you got control of your brand image. Do not give anyone else that control because if you don't set those boundaries 9 times out of 10, you're going to give them control because they feel like they can call you what they want to call you. They feel like they can brand you what they want to brand you. They can name you what you want to name you because you are not showing up with boundaries. So when you show up with brand, it's like whatever your brand colors may be, whatever your image may be, whatever that image, whatever that look is that you want to show up as. Like I said before, remember, when you show up, you don't have to show up as no one else, okay? Because like y'all know I'm a glam girl, right? So when I show up, I'm pretty much gonna show up as glam because that's who I am, right? So if I don't show up as her, I'm pretty much something going on. Y'all know something going on with Bill. Bill don't show up because that's not me. If I don't show up as this person, right? Because that's who I am, right? So, but this may not be who you are. So even though I may be teaching you some things this evening, you can only show up as who you are, your authentic self. If you don't like to wear makeup, don't wear makeup, right? You may want to wear it every now and then, right? I like to wear makeup. I like it as an extended look of who I am, right? But so if I don't have on in it, again, you know something is going on because that's not who Belle is, right? Now, if I'm not going live, more than likely, I'm not going to have one in unless I'm going somewhere outside in the public somewhere, right? Because that's just who I am. I'm not going to go too many places without it. It's just who I am and what I do because of a lot of things that I am, like image stylist, consultant, and everything like that. You need to show up as who you're trying to represent, right? So whoever that person is you're showing up as, and you want to draw that person to you, that's who you need to be showing up as. If you want to show up as someone in a bonnet and you want to attract the bonnet crew, guess what? You gonna show up, you come on here with a bonnet on, and 9 times out of 10, I guarantee that's who you're gonna attract. Okay. Those are the individuals who you show up as, more than likely is who you're going to attract. So we have to be very careful of who we show up as. Again, you have control of the boundaries that you set for who you show up as. And if you don't set those boundaries, someone else will set them for you. Okay? So we got that. That was first impressions, right? The second one was building trust and authenticity. And we gave you some examples, whether your smile, right? A genuine smile can go a long way. Remember, don't be on here and you look and you trying to be approachable and you have a service or a product and you got your mouth out tight and look like you've been eating onions and you just like looking all mean faced. That's not going to attract people. That's going to turn people away. Remember, you set the stage for who you attract. You got control over the boundaries that you set before the people, right? You got control of that factor. So be careful and be genuine, of course. Smile as you see fit. I ain't say smile and show all of them at one time. You know, that ain't what you do, right? Set boundaries, set things. That's right. Hey, Miss Miriam, how you doing? Miss Rachel, thank you for showing up for us this evening. Yes, how you show up, set boundaries. Because remember, if you don't set those boundaries, people are going to brand you. People are going to say, oh, yeah, that's that lady with the red eyeglasses. Yeah, they're going to say, instead of them saying, oh, Belle is a business strategist, she do business consulting. She helping business entrepreneurs show up as their most authentic self. Okay? If I don't set boundaries and let you know who I am, guess what? You're not going to know who I am and you're not going to know what I do. So when you show up, people should know who you are and they should know what you do. And they should be able to describe you by how you show up. Okay? So if you that, oh, that's that lady show up, her hair ain't never come. That's not a good image. And that's not an image that you want to show up as because that's not the audience that you want to attract. Now, if you want to attract that type of audience, that's what you would show up as. I tell people, remember, what you show up as is what you're going to attract. What you show up as is what you're going to attract. So, but remember to show up as your authentic self. Don't show up as nobody else. If that's that person who you are, that's who you continue to show up as. But if that's not who you really are, we got to get control of that and we got to show up who we really are. Because remember, who we really are is who we're going to attract. We got here. Ms. Miriam says, set boundaries, set the stage, show up as who you are representing. That's right, Ms. Miriam. Thank you for typing that in for me. That's correct. That's correct. What else Ms. Miriam said? Hey there, of course. Yes, yes. Thank you for showing up this evening. Yes. So is this some good information, you all? Because I just want to make sure that I give you all some good information, some things that can help you show up. Because I love working with females, especially because I just love working with women because we are so beautiful. We are queens. And I just want us to have all that we need to show up with all the confidence that we need to have so no one else can make us be someone that we're not. Right? And that's the main thing. I want you to show up as your most authentic self. Can't nobody be Pastor Felicia but Pastor Felicia. Can't nobody be Miss Rachel, Miss Roberts but Miss Roberts. Come on. Can't nobody be Amina but Amina. Can't nobody be you. Can't nobody be me but me. Right? So as you showing up as whoever you may be, that's the boundary you need to set. So one-on-one, so no one else will come and set that boundary for you. They won't say, oh yeah, that's that lady that. Oh yes, that's that lady that. Oh yeah, that's that lady that, unless that's who that lady really is. You don't want them depicting a brand on you and that's not who you truly are. Okay? Because remember, you set the stage and you set the boundaries. Okay? So that was number 2. And remember our body language. Yes, no, I was talking about our hands. Let's see here what Ms. Miriam said. You are right on point. Yes, let me tell you how well I understand showing up as my, yes, Miss Miriam, yes. Showing up. Oh, that's very detrimental. Very detrimental. Yes, yes. So you guys, I hope this is some good information. Yes, remember to, let's see here. Miss Amina said, yes, remember to be creative as possible. Use what you have in hand. Yes, yes, that's correct, Amina, that's correct. Use what you have in hand. Like I tell you, it depends on whatever your brand may be. To say if you have a product, you showing up with that product. Because I know Amina got some, y'all. She got some of the bomb, diggity bomb tea cakes. Y'all need to give this sister. Y'all ain't had no tea cakes in a while. This sister got some. She be having some flavors. It look like back in the day when you do tea cakes, right? They ain't have no flavors. Amina Williams, y'all need to reach out to her. She's in Ruston, but she travels and she go around and she have places to set up. They actually have these tea cakes, y'all. She have the flavors. This sister got flavor tea cakes. I was like, she took tea cakes to a whole nother level. And that's what it is. And that's a good thing that she did. Why? Because she set herself apart from everyone else that were doing certain things like that. Everybody can, like say, anybody can do it, but anybody may be able to do a tea cake, but they don't do them like she doing. Why? Because she set herself apart for how she doing. And also another brand idea, I mean, it would be as you're fixing the tea cakes, show up on live with you fixing the mix. Show up doing things. That backstage presence, a lot of people love to see you in the process. They love to see you making things. That's another way you can get more clients to be attracted to you as well. And that's for any of y'all. If you all have any kind of business, whether it's ministry or whatever, Bible study, Sunday school, whatever you maybe have going on, if you're at home, whatever that thing may be, show up online. People love to see the back part of what you got going on, the backstage, like whatever that thing is you got going on at home. They like to see that. They like to see you in the process of coming and becoming who you are. They love to see that back presence of who you are becoming. They love that. You know, that's another thing. If you are in the process of building, they love to see you building. Why? Because they love to grow. That's a thing that they have in their mind, like, I'm growing with her, right? So that's another factor to be able to be growing. Let's see here what we got. I am working on a backdrop for the conversation on the couch to make it look more like, yes, 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 Pastor Felicia, that's going to be awesome. Also, if you don't have anyone that can do them for you, Amazon have them. Amazon have them. You can just type and do a search on online backdrops, Zoom backdrops. You can do that, and it's like, this is a backdrop. Yeah, I know I'm transparent. This is a backdrop. Okay. So when you do a backdrop, it's just showing up whatever professional part in your business that you want to do. Because remember, you don't want to show too much going on activity if you're at home. Like I'm in the office, but I still use backdrops. Why? Because I just like the ambience. I'm an ambience. I'm an image consultant, so I'm an ambience. I like setting the stage. I like the presence. It's like I'm just into all that vibe. I'm just into that, right? So you're not gonna see too many clear walls behind me because it's just not who I'm. Y'all know I'm extra, right? Yeah, yeah, I know I'm extra, right? So you're not gonna see too many clear walls behind me on purpose. I'm always gonna have something because that's just who I am. And again, if that's not who you are, you start with who you are with your black wall. You see, that's right. Now you know. Now, I mean, you know who I am. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me put this on here. Okay, thank you so much. I will most definitely browse. Yes, Amazon has them, and they're not expensive either. They're not expensive. Yeah, you just do a search when you get on Amazon to say Zoom backdrops or backdrops, online backdrops, and they'll give you a lot of different images, a lot of different things. And you want something that the biggest thing you're going to have is to know the size that you want. And basically, the normal average size, like a 7 by 6, something like that, or bigger. Yes, backdrops are a good idea. Yes, yes. And guess what? You can switch them out. You can switch them out. You can look, you can change your living room, baby. You can change whatever you want to change. And that's the way you setting the stage. You're setting an image. You're setting a persona for yourself. You showing instead of professionalism. When people show up, they know they're going to get a profession. They're going to get professionalism from you. That's what you want. Right, backdrops are a good idea. That's right. Backdrops are a great idea. I love them. I've been using them forever. I love them. I have many of them, but I love my favorite. This is my fave though. I have a fave. Okay. What you laughing at, Mina? Yes, yes, yes. I'm telling you all. So you all on here, make sure y'all share this out with your business buds, your friend, or tag them in this live and let them know this is some good information because a lot of people don't discuss this if they don't have an image consultant in their Rolodex. Most of the time, they're not going to have access to this type of information. And because I am a business strategist, I understand the look. I understand how you're supposed to be showing up as your most authentic self. So you don't show up looking like that. You show up looking like you, right? In your most authentic self. Whatever your vibe is, whatever thing you showing up as, you showing up as her, right? And whatever that thing is you need to get together in your whole circle, whatever that thing is to make your professionalism look more better, you do that thing. That's why I'm going over these things this evening, right? To give you that those options so you know it doesn't take a lot. It really doesn't take a lot to show up. It really doesn't. Let's see what here. What are the basic things you need to get started with recording budget friendly? Well, some of the things to get started and you're budget friendly is your phone. You don't have to get a big camera. I have a camera and I barely even use it. Why? Because my phone is more accessible, right? Get a good phone with good resolution. Okay. Have a good phone with good resolution and you can record from your phone. Also, and all you can get all this right on Amazon. Yeah, I don't have a link for y'all this evening, but you can go right on Amazon when we get off of here. You can get your backdrop. Come on, very inexpensive. You most likely if you're on here, you're probably on a phone now, right? You can go live right from your phone. Okay. You can get a light stand. I have several. I have small ones. I have one that you can connect to your phone, like a little small mini one. A light, a flashlight, not a flashlight, but a camera light for your a ring light. I'm sorry, a ring light. They have them. You can have them attached to your phone. They have a stand. You have the mini ones. Come on. I have the big one. Come on. And then with the light, the ring lights, you can set your phone inside your ring light because lighting plays a very important factor of the clarity of the visual as well. You don't want to be looking dark, right? You want to show up with the best image as possible, okay? If you can help it. Whatever you got, again, whatever you got control over, you want control over. What we got here, Miss Ann said. Miss Ann said, or buy a portable green screen and change your backdrop. Exactly. That's another factor you on. Because I have a green screen, well, they got different ones. They have one you can set on the back of your chair. It's like a circle, and you can attach it to the back of your chair. And what it does, it covers the whole back part of who you are behind you, and then you can change your image on your Zoom even on here. I use what's this program called? I'm using StreamYard. I use StreamYard for my live features, right? Because I can put the writing and stuff on it. So StreamYard is a good program to utilize. They have a free version, and they also have a paid version. I have the paid version because I want to put my own logo or what have you. But they have the free version, whereas you will have that little duck in the corner, which is their logo. That's the free version. But if you want to pay the paid version, I think it's $19.99 or $29.99, something like that a month for StreamYard. That's another factor. Or you can just use the free, just go live on Facebook. Just go live, right? It's free. So remember, you want to be budget friendly. You want to utilize the resources according to your budget. Don't go and get in a lot of debt or get some things you don't need to be getting right now to start out. The main thing would be is your phone. Okay. If you got access to a live streaming service like I have StreamYard, utilize that. If not, just use your live. Okay. Backdrops, Amazon. Okay. They're very, very inexpensive. Just find the type that you want, right? Order it, put it up, put it behind you. You can use push pins on your wall. That's just how this thing is simple. It's not hard. If you don't have a stand to put your backdrop on, get you some push pins and put it on your wall. Push pin all the way down from one end to the other end to be behind you, right? Can you do a live on basic startup tips like after? I sure can. I would do that one. I would definitely do it. I would do that, Amina. I would do that. I would do a live to show you the equipment. I would do a live to show you all the equipment that I use and that you can purchase online. That's a good idea. I would definitely do a live on that. Let's see if you need some custom backgrounds for Zoom, StreamYard. Okay, great. You see, Ann said, I told you we got that graphic designer in our reach, y'all. Y'all better utilize her. Ann said, if you need a custom background for Zoom, StreamYard, DM her. DM her. I'm telling you, she has been my graphic designer for years. For years. She did all my Kingdom Talk stuff. She is an amazing graphic designer. Okay? Amazing. Let's see here. What else we got here? I will also be in touch too. Okay. Okay. Amina said, okay. She'll be in touch with you, Miss Ann. That's what I'm talking about. Resources, resources. Thank you. You are so welcome. You are so welcome. What we got here? Anne Marie, thank you. Okay, great. Great. See, just like that, just because you showed up. See, just because you showed up, you got other people that need what you have. And that's why I tell y'all showing up is so important. Showing up is detrimental to your success because you never know who's going to be in the room. You never know who's going to be in the room and who's going to need what you have. Who's going to need what you have? You just never know. Okay. So I'm just so happy that each and every one of y'all can benefit from everybody being in the room because by Ann being a graphic designer, she can actually help design backdrops for you. Okay. She got access to all that. If not, if you want to immediately, you may want to go to Amazon. However, you got options now. Like we said, we got options. You got options. Okay. And I will do a live on the equipment needed to go live to have a productive, because y'all know about production, to have a productive live. Also, I need my logo on table cup. And see, Ms. Ann can do all that for you. She can do all that for you because when you set up, right, with your tea cakes and stuff, right, you want to have a tablecloth with your logo, with your brand. That's right. You setting the brand. You setting the image. Because again, when you show up, you want to show up authentically and you want to show up effectively, right? All right. Let's see. Drop those business cards. That's right. That's right. I need my logo. All right. See I'm talking about? Resources, resources, resources. Okay? Resources. All of you all on here are a resource. Okay? You are a resource. And that's the thing about it. You all showed up for yourself today. So you're able to know what you need and how to show up authentically for yourself. What she said, I do all branding and yes, she does. She does all branding and printing. All branding and printing. Yes, she does. Yep. She's good. I'm telling y'all, she the GOAT. She designed all my stuff from Kingdom Talk. I love this sister here. She good at what she do. She a perfectionist. I remember exactly. Let me give you an example. I had a website, y'all, and she talked about me so bad. It was years ago, though. It was years ago. And Miss A was like, man, what's up with that site? I was like, no, I just threw something together because I wasn't really into the site thing at that time. And she said, no, ma'am. She was like, you are too much of a glam girl. You are too beautiful to have a site like that. That site is too plain for you. I said, what you say, girl? Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Yes. Miss Ann glammed my site up for me, baby, and she made it represent who I am. She made it represent who I am because she y'all know I'm a glam girl. That's just who I am. I'm a glam girl. But you remember, you don't have to be a glam girl to show up as your most authentic self. That's just who I am. And people that know me know that's who I am, right? So if I show up with anything other than that, you're gonna know something wrong. And she knew something was wrong because she was looking like, no man, Pam, that ain't what we doing. You ain't representing like that. That ain't what you represent. That is not what you represent. Laugh not lie. Yeah, you know, don't forget. You know, don't forget, Ann. Belle Jones, I see you spreading seeds. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I got to. I got to. Yes, ma'am. I said you're too beautiful for that site. You sure did. You sure did. And said, no, ma'am, Pam. What kind of stuff you don't get up out of here? Let me. We're gonna redo this. And she redid my site. She did that. Yes, she did. Let's see here. What else she's saying on here? I'm looking for more places to save my tea cakes. You guys let me know. I would definitely do that, you guys. So she's in Ruston, Louisiana. So if you're in the surrounding areas, let her know so she can place her tea cakes. I'm telling you, that sister got some bomb tea cakes. They are the bomb. They're good. They're really good because they're flavorful. They're not just the regular tea cakes. And she shipped. I mean, are you shipping now? Let me know if you're shipping out. Are you mailing them out now? Because just because you're not in the area, she might be able to ship them to you because I know she's working on the shipping process as well. We should be doing business pop-up shops. Okay. Yes. That's correct. That's correct. I need to connect with you. Okay. Awesome. Connect. Connect, sister. Yes, ma'am. That's what we are here. We're here to connect. We are resources. We are resources to help one another in business. Yes. Yes, ma'am. I mailed some to Las Vegas. Okay, awesome. Okay, you guys. So you see, she mailed them out. So she mailed some to Las Vegas this morning. So that's amazing. That's amazing. So yeah, so she mailed them out. So if you want to get some trials to see how they taste, you might want to get one of every flavor. One of every flavor, right? Just to test them out and come back and say, sister, give me a dozen of each. You just never know. You just never know how they may taste. I know they taste good to me. She passed them out at church one Sunday. I'm looking like, good, these some good things right here. So yeah, so they was delicious. So that's another factor. So you guys, I'm glad this information was good for you all. And you see how important branding is, how you showing up, how important that is, your body language, how important that is, your eye contact. Remember, when you're going live, have your eyes in contact with the camera. Okay, again, that builds authenticity. That lets your customer know they can know, like, and trust you. Okay, so we went over the two. This is the last one, you guys. The third reason is differentiating yourself in a crowded market. Differentiating yourself in a crowded market. And how do I do that? Now, in this vast online space, y'all know this online space is magnificent. It's big, it's huge, right? Setting yourself apart is very essential because more than likely, you are not the only one that's doing what you're doing, right? More than likely, you're not the only one, right? Of course not. Your appearance can help you stand out in a sea of competitors and make you memorable to potential clients and collaborators. That's what you want. So what can you do effectively and not that expensive that can help you stand out in a sea of competitors that's doing the same thing you're doing? Come on, you got to show up. Most people are not showing up, you guys. I can't say that enough. You got to show up as your most authentic self. That's going to put you or set you apart. Everybody else can be doing the same thing you're doing, but they are not showing up for their businesses. You got to go live at least once a week, at least once a week to let people know you exist. Okay, to let people know you exist. Okay, go live at least once a week to let people know that you are out here and that you are in business. What we got here? Plain lemonade, buttermilk, strawberry, blue. Girl, you done added some more flavors. Wait a minute. Plain lemon, buttermilk, strawberry, blueberry, banana, pecan, and whipped pecans. Mm-mm-mm. Y'all see the flavors, right? She done added some more flavors since last time I got some. See what I'm talking about? So y'all need to reach out to that sister because she ready. I haven't, I agree, I haven't been showing up. I post but need to go. Yes. Because you know as well as I know, Miss Ann, that going live, it reaches a different audience. It reaches a broader spectrum because your post is only gonna go to the immediate people. You know how y'all know how this algorithm is set up, right? Okay, it's only set up to the immediate people that actually put something on your thing or like or hit something on there. But a live tends to go a little bit further than your post does. Okay. So yeah, so we need to go live. Each and every one of you all, I challenge you all this week. I challenge each and every one of you all on here this week to go live and tag me. Today is Tuesday, right? You got the rest of the week. We're still in the beginning of the week. I challenge each and every one of you all this week to go live and tag me. Tag me. Because it doesn't take much. And if you don't have the equipment, that's fine. That's fine. I'm preparing to start a Facebook Live podcast. Put you up here, wait a minute. I'm preparing to start a Facebook Live podcast. Bam, top. Go see Miss Bam, see Miss Bam. Next month, I'd love to have you on the show. I would love to be on your show, Miss Bam. That would be an honor and a privilege. I would love to be on your show. Just send me the details. Just send me the details, and I would love to be on your show. Yes, I would love to be in your show. That is awesome. You see how that thing work, you guys? Because I showed up, I've been showing up persistently and consistently every week for the last 7 weeks. Right? I've been showing up consistently for 7 weeks. Okay? Releasing this information to you all, giving you all some CEO Chronicles, some things that I believe that can benefit you as a business owner to help you show up in life and your business. Okay? I believe these things can help you show up in life. You are so welcome. You're so welcome as well. These things can help you show up in life and your business. And I picked topics purposely, whereas it can help you on both sectors, in life and in business. Okay? Because if you're in ministry, you definitely need to be showing up online. Okay? Because you know, with the church factor, everything happened with the big P the last couple of years, things kind of went down a little bit. So we're trying to get everything built back up, right? And with that, the online version is a good way to get those audience back involved into attending services, right? So that's a good thing. But we want to get them in the building too. We want to get them in the building, right? We want to get them in the building. That's right. That's right. And I have a big announcement, you guys, too. When should I put it? Should I announce it on here to you all, or should I blast it across social media? What should I do? Should I put it on here? Should you all be the first ones to hear it? Since y'all showed up today. What do y'all think? If y'all want to hear my big news, say I do. Say I do. What we got here? Miss Rachel said, "You are so appreciated. We thank you for showing up to give valuable information. Blessed." Yes, you are so welcome. You are so welcome. You do? Okay, you guys. Well, this has been a long time coming. This has been a long time coming. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna hold it. I got a few more items I want to give y'all. I'm announcing at the very end. I'm announcing at the very end. Remind me to do the big announcement at the very end so I won't forget, okay? So we're on the third one. We're talking about differentiating yourself in a crowded market. And we said that because the market is so crowded, you have to set yourself apart, right? You have to actually make yourself memorable, right, to potential clients and collaborators. And I'm going to give you some things. I'm going to give you 3 things to make yourself memorable and to stand out. The first thing is what? Your personal branding. You ready to stand out from the crowd? Here's how. Personal branding. That's going to set you apart from everybody else. If you're just showing up live like everybody else, looking the same way everybody is looking, there's nothing to differentiate you from anyone else in the marketplace, in this crowded market, right? So guess what? You have to show up to make yourself different by being personal branded, by setting boundaries of how you want to show up. Because remember, how you show up, most of the time, that's who the audience you're going to attract. So you have to be careful on how you show up, right? So the first one is personal branding. Develop a consistent personal brand that aligns you with values and goals. This includes your appearance, your tone of voice, and the content that you share. Okay? Remember, content doesn't have to be like I'm giving verbal content. It can be like product. You may have a new product that you may have and you want to share with the audience. Like Ms. Bev just announced that she's launching her podcast next month. Okay, that's a service. Okay, so being able to develop a consistent personal brand allows you that thing that allows you to be in alignment with your values and your goals. And this could include again your appearance, how you show up, how you look, your tone of voice. Come on, how you show up with your tone. Are you approachable? Are you smiling? Come on, come on. What gestures? Are you using good gestures? Are you looking like you mean? You don't want to be bothered, but you don't lie. How people gonna approach you and you look like you're unapproachable? Okay, you want to be approachable. All those things play a very, very important factor in you showing up effectively online. The second one is your visual elements. Use a cohesive color palette, your fonts, your visuals that resonate with your brand. Okay, again, your visual elements, whatever you want your brand colors to be. What we got here? I'm working on a YouTube channel to help single mothers, fathers push through struggles daily. Name will be Amina Shakura Life Journey. Okay. All right, Amina, that's what I'm talking about. You better do what it do. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. I'm talking about y'all showing up. Showing up. Miss Amina will have a new YouTube channel. Okay. Y'all make sure y'all take tabs on each other's names and information so y'all can keep in contact with one another. Show up for one another. Because it takes a community. It takes a community of people. When you're trying to brand yourself, you're trying to launch out into the deep. Because most of you all, this may be new. When you're trying to do something different or something new, okay, it's kind of like hard to do everything from scratch, right? So you may need an audience. You may need someone that you can talk to, someone that may have your back, right? Y'all follow one another. If y'all are not friends on Facebook, you may want to go and tag each other and share each other information. Okay? Get in each other DMs. I mean, I want some of them tea cakes, girl. I made me some of them tea cakes. Miss Ann, come on here. Girl, look, I need me a banner made. I need this done. Come on, I need a logo made. Come on. Miss Bev got a new podcast. Come on, you may reach out to her. She may want to put you on her podcast. You just never know. You just never know. Come on. Miss Rachel coming out. Come on, Miss Rachel. Come on. You coming out here too. Don't think I forgot about you because I have not. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I have not forgotten about you, Miss Rachel Miriam. Yes, ma'am. So y'all coming out. Everybody's coming out into themselves. They're coming out as their most authentic self. You gotta just start showing up. Remember, that's what's going to set you apart, you guys. I keep saying it. You showing up is what's going to set you apart from everybody else. That's the main thing because so many people are afraid. So many people are, no, ma'am, I didn't see it. Did you see the testimony? No, ma'am, I didn't see the testimony. When did you do it? When did you do it, Miss Miriam? Let me know when you did it. I didn't see it. Oh, you are so welcome. You are so welcome. Yes, I'm gonna have to go and see the testimonial. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you too, Miss Miriam. Before the live, okay, no, I didn't see it before the live. I'm gonna have to go before the live. I'm gonna have to check it out. Did you tag me in it? Did you tag me in it, Miss Miriam? So I'm gonna have to go see the testimony that you did for me. So, like I said, I know this information is not in vain, you guys, because like I said, I've been coming on here for 7 weeks straight, giving you all content. It's on the post for this live, posted to your message. Okay, great, great. Thank you so much. I'm gonna go back and read it after this. I do connect with me, and okay, okay, all righty. Yes, I did. Awesome, awesome. Okay, you guys, see this? This is what we need. This is what we need. The collaborators, the communicating, the community. Come on, resources. If you never show up for yourself, you never know who may need what you have. That's why I say it over and over. I don't care if you got to show up once a week. And I teach you all this in my class too. I have a 12-week Embody the Business in You. I have a program called Embody the Business in You. It's a 12-week program, and I teach you all this in that program because I had to go back and redo some things myself with my business because I realized, like the past year, I was helping individuals set up their LLCs, but no one was showing up for their brand. They was not showing up for their businesses. So I went back and I just redid everything because these things I'm going over with you these last 7 weeks were some main factors that I realized that a lot of individuals was missing, and they were not confident enough in themselves to show up for themselves. So that's why I created a new program, Embody the Business in Me. That way you'll have access to 12 weeks of content. This is just a little scratching the surface when I'm going over with you all these past 7 weeks. This is a little bit of it. Okay? It's just a little bit of it. Okay, so we said when it comes down to differentiating yourself in a crowded market, the first thing was personal branding, right? The second thing was visual elements. That means you send your color palette up, your fonts, your visuals. Come on, whatever resonates with your brand. This creates visually appealing and recognizable online presence. Okay. The third one is your confidence. Yes, your confidence. When you feel good about how you look, come on, it boosts your confidence. Your confidence becomes a magnet. People are drawn to those who believe in themselves. Will you all agree with that? When you feel good about how you look, come on, it boosts your confidence, and your confidence it becomes magnetic, and people are drawn to who you believe in themselves. People are drawn to those who believe in themselves. Because if you're not confident in who you are, people are not going to be attracted to you. This is just period. They're going to be repelled. They'll be like, oh, that girl don't know what she's doing. She don't know. She don't believe in herself. She don't believe in herself. That's the first thing they're gonna say. She don't believe in herself. I do connect with me, Ann. Okay. You can sit down. Yes, I did. I'm just jumping on, but sounded like great information in what I'm hearing. Great, Miss Chambers. Great. What we're doing is we're sharing some good information about being confident, showing up as your most authentic self online. I'm giving you some strategies on how to show up and how to make yourself different from everyone else that may not be showing up. So you probably can go back and watch the replay and get all the juice, girl. They've been sharing their businesses, and I know you have a business as well. So you might want to put on here what your business is, what you do. So you may be another resource that they may need to reach out to. So that's what we're doing this evening. Okay, so the last thing was what I said was what? Confidence, confidence, confidence. Okay, so do anybody have any questions about any of that? What I just said, confidence is yes, it's your superpower, Miss Bell. If you don't believe in who you are, whether it's personally or in your business, believe you me, if you don't believe in who you are, no one else is going to believe in who you are either. You definitely have to believe in yourself first. You are your first partaker. If you don't believe in yourself, if you don't believe in your business, more than likely other people are not going to believe in you either. Okay? You showing up for yourself is you believing in who you are. Okay? Showing up, like me and Miss Miriam discussed the other day, showing up means you showing up physically, emotionally, financially, emotionally. All those factors play a very important part of you showing up. Showing up is more than you just hitting live. Okay? That's just one factor. Okay? Showing up also means financially, that means you sowing into your business. Okay, emotionally, you are emotionally tied to whoever your coach is, whoever your mentor may be. You are showing up for them because they're putting time and energy into who you are. That means to show them that you are being successful. You appreciate the energy that they're putting into you. You showing up in retrospect of that. Okay, so showing up physical, emotional, financially, emotional, psychologically, showing up has many factors. You just need to make sure that you show up. Okay? Show up whatever spectrum that you need to be showing up in. Okay? And I will come back live and do another live. I'll let you all know. It may be a pop-up, I'm not for sure. I might just wait and hold it out to next Tuesday. I don't know yet. We'll see. But to give you all the tools and the tools that you all may need to have a successful and a bright image when you go live, to make sure you have a professional look. Okay, to make sure you have a professional look. And again, don't put a lot of money and time into this stuff starting off. If you're just starting your brand and you're just starting your business, you can use your cell phone. Okay, remember, I have a camera and I never even use it. Okay, you don't have to go get a camera starting off. Okay, you can use your cell phone to do your lives on. If you have a really good cell phone, I mean, these days, how much we pay for these cell phones? We're paying for a computer, a portable computer, really. Okay. So all that plays a very, very important factor into you showing up. Great, Lydia. Great, great. So, do anyone have any questions for me this evening? I hope this was some great information, you guys, because I was trying to pick a topic that I believe that you all can resonate with and that you all needed help with. And I know that showing up played a very, very important factor. That's one of my things that I talk about now, showing up, because a lot of people do not. And the first reason was what? So I put this first reason in the chat. The first reason to help boost your confidence is that your first impression counts. Okay? Somebody put it in the comment section. Reason number one, your first impression counts. Okay? And we gave 3 solutions why your first impressions count. Your first impression count because you need to dress the part, grooming is important, as well as your background. All those, because you know you have only a few seconds to impress whomever you're trying to impress. A few seconds. Because you know our attention span is slim to none. Right. And if I pop on here and you got other things going on and a lot of distractions going on, and I'm not hearing nothing you're saying, it's not giving me good vibes. Like, okay, what this lady talking about? She got a bunny on, she got all that stuff going on. I'm a turn. That's just me. I'm a turn. So your first impressions count. That's the first thing, okay? The second reason, building trust and authenticity. Put reason number 2, building trust and authenticity. When we say building trust and authenticity, what do we say? How you smile, right? You want to be approachable. Eye contact. Come on. How you smile, eye contact, and your body language, okay? And the third reason was differentiating yourself in a crowded market. How do you differentiate yourself in a crowded market? The solutions were your personal branding, visual elements, and your confidence. Confidence, right? So the third one is differentiating yourself in a crowded market. So making yourself different in a crowded market, standing out in a crowded market. Okay? How you stand out in a crowded market? Personal branding, visual elements, and your confidence. Remember, you got to believe in yourself first. Believe in yourself first. Post where you advertise for the live video. Okay, great, great, great. Thank you so much, Miss Miriam. I appreciate that. Thank you, Miss Bell. First impressions count. That was number 1. Building trust and authenticity. Number 2, differentiate in a crowded market. Okay, those were the 3 things that we said that actually help you when it comes down to building your confidence and making sure that your confidence is contagious. Okay, because like I said in the beginning, the science behind your online looks impacts your brand. The science behind how your online look impacts your brand. Okay, how you show up online impacts your brand. Okay, all that impacts your brand. Okay, that's how your confidence becomes contagious. Becomes contagious. Do you all have any questions for me while we're here? Do you all have any questions for me? I can't wait to come back next week, you all, to give y'all some more good content. Okay, so there you have it. For all my beautiful, ambitious entrepreneurs, all my friends, I thank you. I appreciate y'all so much for showing up, showing up. I appreciate you all so much. Your online appearance is it isn't just about vanity. Okay, just know that. Your online appearance isn't just about vanity. And I want you all to know that. So don't think, well, I got to be this way. I supposed to know. We're showing up as professionals. If you are a professional, guess what? We are supposed to show up as a professional. And guess what? And when you show up as a professional, our whole goal is to what? Show up and attract professionals, right? But when you're not showing up as a professional, it's going to be hard to attract what you're not showing up as. Just point blank. It's going to be hard to attract what you're not showing up as. Unless you already got a brand built. If you started from scratch, you got to do those things that most brand builders do when they start from scratch. Okay, you got to show up. You got to show up for yourself. Okay, definitely got to show up. Okay, it's about making a strong impact and creating meaningful connections. And I believe that's what we did this evening. We showed up, we made a strong impact, and guess what? We creating meaningful connections. Okay, you all developing a whole nother community, a whole nother level of friendship with people that you never knew before. right? And that's a good thing. Remember, you're not just a business owner, you're the face of your brand. Let's say that again. You are not just another business owner, but you are the face of your brand. I need you all to embrace your uniqueness, put your best foot forward, and watch as your online presence transforms. Guess what? You just have to begin. That's all I challenge you to do is to just begin. Okay? See, do we have any more questions or comments? Okay. I think that's it. Okay, you guys, is that all? Do anyone else have any questions? Remember, if you're watching this and you know someone else needs to get this information, tag them, put their name in the comments, tag them, or share this out on your page. Okay, share this out on your page so others can get this. Don't be stingy. I know I ain't gonna tell nobody. Don't be stingy. Share this out on your page so others, because remember, the algorithm is only going to go so far on my page. So if you know someone else needs to get this information, you believe that most people need to hear this and know this, share this out on your page so it can reach more and more people. Okay. They may have missed it live, but they can definitely watch the replay. Okay. Let's see what this comment is here. Great live. Really enjoyed spending this time. Awesome. I enjoy spending the time with you as well, Ms. Miriam. Thank you so much for showing up. I appreciate you for showing up for yourself. It's only going to make you better, build your confidence, and then you're going to be showing up live. I'm like, oh, Ms. Miriam live again. Go ahead on. That's what I'm talking about. She's showing up again. And that's the thing about it, you guys. Once you start doing it, it becomes repetition, then you become persistent, then you become consistent. And then the more you show up, people gonna start seeing you show up. Then they're gonna start showing up for you. Why? Because you're showing up for yourself. Okay? That's a good thing about it. Do y'all have anything else you want to say to me? You want to share with me? Okay. All righty. If not, now I need you all to do what? Go out there and show the world the amazing entrepreneur you are. I need you to show up and show out for the world because you are an amazing entrepreneur. People just don't know about it. You are the world best kept secret because you have not been showing up. Now you're going to show up and people are going to know who you are. Okay? You are so welcome. You are so welcome. Thank you for showing up, Amita. Thank you so much. Remember, you guys, you all been here. Remember, if you're in the live, hit hashtag live. If you're watching the replay, for those that have missed the beginning, you need to come back and watch this. Get hashtag replay and just say hello. Let me know that you came and you showed up for yourself to let everyone else know that you showed up for yourself as well. Because guess what? We just got to just show up, y'all. That's one thing that's going to set us apart from everybody else, too. We're going to show up. They may be afraid to show up, but guess what? You're not afraid to show up anymore. You're going to show up for yourself because people are going to know who you are. You are no longer going to be the world best kept secret. People are going to know who you are and they're going to know what you do so they can go out and get your services or your products. Okay? All right, you guys. So that's all I have this evening. And if you all don't have anything else, I'm going to go ahead and close the live out. And until next week, you guys, I need you all to stay focused and keep moving. Bye for now.